Look at that. Can you see where I am? Okay, you join me not in Egypt outside the Sphinx, but here in Las Vegas, where I'm going to be doing an unusual unboxing. We've got this detachable wired control gimbal. It's made by a company called Lanparte. This is the LA3D. Just thought I'd unbox it here because we're going to be using it a little bit on our trip around the USA. So let's take a look at what's inside. So firstly, when you open the box up, inside I've been presented with this rather beautiful case. It's pretty solid actually. So it's a firm, impact resistant, got the Lanparte logo on there, but it's really, it's got a little carry handle on there. Didn't notice that before, and it looks like it's got some sort of strap holders on there as well. Let's unzip this thing. Now the model I got is to go with the GoPro. It works with the 3 and the 4. So I got a few extra little bits with mine. There's some tools. Hang on, a little zipper here. This is a really nicely made case. Got a Pro Gear Lanparte Technology Limited. What's in this? This looks like a USB connector cable. Instruction booklets, some little bits and pieces. I think this might be a little lanyard cable. No, I'm not sure what that is actually. Oh, I think this is to do with getting the power into the closed case of the GoPro. Planes and fire engines and everything going past me. So what have we got here? Jeff he was kind enough to give me some extra batteries with mine. These are long life batteries. The standard batteries that come with the unit are slightly smaller. Now this extension pole here, so this is the main control or the handle unit. Inside here are the standard Lanparte batteries. There are 2 of them, but if you wanted to extend the life, you basically, looks like a bit of a torch really, you would put the longer batteries in here, 1 battery in the base there, whoops, and that will give you a much longer life pattern. Now the great thing about these is they can also power your GoPro, so you can get extra life for your GoPro while you're actually filming with it. Over here we've got a charging unit which will do both side batteries, but this is the piece that we're most interested in. This is the funky little gimbal that comes with this. You'll see here this little cradle. You unscrew this and fix your GoPro into this frame backwards with the lens facing forward. The cradle then snaps over the top of the GoPro. I'll actually pop mine on so I can show you how it works. So the GoPro goes into the cradle. These little threads go on here. This works with the 4 as well. There's a slightly different cradle if you want to use the Session. I think they're going to be making this for holding a phone as well. The connectors, the electrical connectors, are in here. You're going to line up the 2 white dots, push this together, and then turn this ring to lock it into place. At the bottom is a power on button. Little green light has come on there. It's got a connector here. This is sort of compatible, I think, with the GoPro connectors as well, and I'll explain that in a moment. Now what you're going to do is hold this central button down for a few seconds until it calibrated itself. Now it's calibrated the camera. You can see at the back there you've got the green light on, and what this will do, I think in the green mode it will give you so it's basically stabilizing the camera, but the actual head will move around. On the back here, just going to press that central button twice, and that changes the mode to red. When the red is on there, it's going to try and stay forward, so you're getting, hopefully you can see that there, it's trying to remain focused, but the up and down motion, when you want to turn, you can turn your arm like this to get a nice panning shot, and it slowly sort of turns around, and the camera always stays on a linear plane. But when you go round like this, it will pan round. Okay, so you see what I mean? When you turn like that, the camera follows where you're pointing the gimbal towards, but it turns nice and slowly. Now, if we press the button to go into the 3rd mode, 3 taps of the button, and now what you've got So up and down, left and right, the camera now is going to continue to fix itself on the subject. So I really love the way this gimbal works. It's got a few extra features. Now the center of the little joy pad here is a left and right button, which will actually tilt the camera. If you just look at the camera closely, you can see that the camera tilts up and down. And you can also use that to do nice sort of slow panning shots, which is kind of cool. I think there's a little speed dial here on the side. So this little dial here will actually change the acceleration rate for the panning. So would you believe it, middle of the desert, it's been raining most of the day here in Las Vegas, but we're not going to be deterred by that. I love this little gimbal. As I say, I saw it at Vidcon. I managed to get myself one of them. Now, as I said before, there's a few other little features. I'll explain them. I've probably got to turn this off first. When you turn it off, it goes to sleep. When you unlock and remove this mechanism, you can actually put this part of the gimbal on top of a selfie pole and still control it from down here, because there is a cord, this remote cord, which when you undo it, it's very much a similar sort of get up, but it's got about, what is that, about a meter of cable. So what you can do, so we just take the head of the gimbal, pop that on there, twist it again, the bottom of the gimbal goes onto the controller unit. Actually, I'll turn it on so you can see. This part here can be put on top of a tripod or a selfie stick, and you can get a really nice extension, almost like a remote control. You're controlling it from down here. The gimbal is up there. How that's going to work in real life situations, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm certainly going to give it a try. Now, the reason that I got this gimbal was I got some ideas about doing some interesting time-lapse with it. So I'm going to do that now. If you want to hang around and see how that comes out, great. If you just wanted to see the review and unboxing of this, I'll see you later. Be good, take care, share the love, give this video the thumbs up, and let's get on.
Running in the sand, living on the land. The salty breeze was in our eyes. We stood beneath the dragonflies and danced all night. We polished all the chrome on a rusty little home. We slept all night in parking lots. We tied our hearts in double knots, so tight, so free, so bright. Remember when we were just cherubs in our tender skins, waiting patiently for love. So free, blowing in the breeze. The songs we sung so long ago, with whiskey and an afterglow, we shine like new. But there along the way, something seemed to change. Weeks turned into months we knew. As life caught up, we slowly grew apart.